Action. Talk.
All right, I am Terry Marie Sanders. I'm going to be the lead detective on this case. To my left, I have Melissa. She is my stenographer. Although we are videotaping this conversation, she's going to write down what you're saying just to make sure we have two things to compare and make sure it's accurate. Lori, to my right, is going to be the videographer. She is sitting that close to you, obviously, so she can get you good on camera as well as hear exactly what you're saying.
Got it.
Any questions before we start?
I don't have any questions.
Okay. The first three questions I'm going to ask you are not part of my questions. They are simply for preliminary purposes to make sure you are who you say you are. Okay, so could you state your name, full name for the record, please?
Alexa Barrios.
Okay, and can you tell me your employment and your position at that company?
For how long I've been employed?
I'm sorry. Can you tell me the name of the company you work for and your position?
And I am a sailmaker manager.
Okay. All right, so my first question is going to be,
it was, what are the what are four traits of the sailmaker specialist position?
okay. So I'm going to switch up that question a little bit. Can you tell me two things that were required of you as I'm assuming you were a sailmaker specialist first. So can you tell me two things that were required of you in that position, and can you also tell me if those things varied or increased as a manager?
One thing was to come in on time as a sailmaker specialist. And the other thing was to work my full and complete shift and follow all basic protocol for each and every one of our specialists, which is coming in on time, putting in notice for PTO with proper given notice. And I think that those things definitely increased as a sailmaker manager because it is very crucial that I am here on time and that I work a complete and full shift, whatever that may be, to get my job done.
Okay. As a sailmaker specialist,
follow up?
No, this is a question.
Okay.
This is an opening to a question.
Okay.
I guess. So as a sailmaker specialist, you have done the job specialist, the employment specialist position. Would that be accurate?
I have done employment specialist. I have not done job specialist.
Okay. Can you tell me three?
Is this follow up?
Yes.
Can you tell me three differences between the employment specialist and the sailmaker specialist, omitting the fact that the sailmaker position does not use their voice?
So the three differences between employment specialist and sailmaker.
And sailmaker,
omitting
yes.
the fact that they cannot use their voice.
Leaving out the fact that the sailmakers don't really use their voice, or that they use their responses by the computer or the keyboard and or software.
Well, the first difference is that the sailmakers can take two calls at once, so they can speak to two people at once.
I like that one.
The second difference is there is certainly a difference in the structuring of their commissions if you are on two computers at the same time. We don't expect you to do the work of exactly two people because that is rather impossible, although we do have people that do it. Third difference, probably just the people.
The people on.
The people, the specialists themselves.
Okay. In what way? That's a follow-up.
Their
I am enjoying the day.
motivation and drive.
Meaning that
Is this a new question? Because you did ask two follow-ups to the second question.
job requirements that you would require or the company would require of a sailmaker specialist position, without efficiency, timing, and accountability being in those descriptions. I can ask the question again if I went too fast.
Okay, 3 requirements of sailmaker
Omitting efficiency, timing, and accountability as being the traits, characteristics, or qualifications.
and availability was the last one.
Accountability.
Accountability.
Well, first you have to want to do it. Third, there has to be a need for an additional person to come on to our team. And then it has to be basically you have to have, I don't really know the third one outside of the 3 that you told me to omit.
Okay, so we'll come back to it.
You have to understand how to speak and understand English. The people that you're talking to.
Okay. A follow-up to that question is, do you have fluent speakers? Do you have people in other languages working for South Rock in that division? People that speak Spanish or maybe French?
I don't know what languages all of our sailmaker specialists speak, but they do speak and understand English as their primary language.
Okay. Can you give me, this is my next question, if you can give me 3 detailed traits of what you think would make a good sailmaker specialist. Omitting having a good attitude, and wanting to do the job.
Okay, a good comprehension of the scripting and just of the basic function of the phone call. So a good understanding of that. The second would be certainly not traits of a good one, but if you are good with keybinds and computer, it would definitely not harm you and would probably aid you in being a successful sailmaker. And the third would be if you didn't omit attitude and desire, would definitely be the attitude, as far as like how driven you are. I can't really think of a third one outside of that one.
Okay. And
I have like 1 minute left.
my next question would be, besides obviously working for South Rock and besides helping people, can you tell me 2 common denominators that tie all positions together? So the job specialist, employment specialist, sailmaker specialist, and the education advisor.
And what were the ones I'm omitting?
Obviously working for South Rock and obviously helping people. What are 2 other things that tie us together or tie you together?
Well, one, we are pretty much all friends. We pretty much all know each other. 2 would be that we all have a basic understanding of what the other one does, because a lot of us have been cross-trained in I think that there is probably a person that has worked in each and every single one of those departments and is still currently a specialist.